Greetings and welcome to the latest edition of the Jacksonville Buzz. I am your host, Adrienne Houghton. Joining me in the studio today is a national recording artist, and it is Marcus Click. Welcome, Marcus.
Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure, absolute pleasure. Now, I know that you're going to be actually playing a little something for us later, which I'm looking forward to. But let's find out a little bit about Marcus. Tell me about yourself.
Well, originally from Louisville, Kentucky. Make a long story short, was in the Navy after I left high school and DeSales High School in Louisville. And I served 13 years total, 11 active, 2 reserve. And I separated in 2000 and stayed here in Jacksonville. And I worked in IT industry for a number of years. And then the music industry, I wouldn't say the industry, but music came about years ago in grade school. And that happened basically by, I would say, a Miss America pageant I watched on television.
Really?
And plus, my mother used to have music playing around the house, and I was inspired by many artists over the years.
So why the saxophone?
Well, like I was saying, the contestant was playing a saxophone in her
Miss America was
America.
playing.
And so that inspired me. Plus, I liked Grover Washington Jr. growing up and listening to his music and other artists. So it just basically was a motivating factor. And because I started out in a flute class in elementary school, and I didn't really care too much about the flute.
You weren't feeling it.
Right. And so I just basically waited till end of class, a band class, and drew it on the chalkboard. So I'm dating myself. We didn't have whiteboards back then.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you on that one.
Right. So the instructor knew exactly what I was talking about when I drew it. It wasn't a perfect saxophone, but that's what he said, the alto saxophone. I said yes. And that's how it started.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. So
the transition from professional IT to musician, how did that come about?
Well, I would say a number of instances, but just a situation where in my heart I was convicted and meeting people and along the way, and it was happening at a crazy rate. I mean, I was meeting some of the Jackson family. I met Najee, another international superstar saxophonist, and Mel Holder, who now is one of my mentors from a music standpoint. And so just those things lining up, and then I played in church to really get myself back into it after I separated from the Navy, and then people were just encouraging me to take it a step further. And after meeting many people, it just kind of just took its course, and I took advantage of it. And I got some advice from another saxophonist, Nelson Regel, to just find the best saxophonist in town and dedicate myself to it. And I did it for about 1.5 years, and which took me to another level. And I just kept practicing, and
you still love it.
I still love it, and it's not easy. It might sound easy, but it was work, and I had to really put the time in, and so it just took off.
I think that's wonderful. So do you have music available that people can sort of listen to?
I do. Well, you can visit my website, marcusclick.com. I'm on all the social media platforms, Instagram. I have videos there, but I have a YouTube page, Marcus Click. I guess you can search Marcus Click saxophonist, and you can subscribe. And I have live concerts, actually from last year's Jacksonville Jazz Festival, and some other events around Jacksonville and around the country.
Do you have anything coming up locally?
Oh, well, yes, I do actually. August 27th, I'll be performing at the Atlantic Beach Jazz Festival.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So I'm excited about that.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you now that if you would get ready, and we can then listen to some of your music.
Okay, great.
So hang on there, and we'll be right back, and we'll be able to hear Marcus Click playing his saxophone. Fantastic! Ladies and gentlemen, the magnificent Marcus Click. And if you want to see him, don't forget he's on the Atlantic Beach Jazz Festival at the end of August. Take care, everyone. We'll see you again on the Jacksonville Buzz.